In this lecture, we are going to deal with a very important skill necessary for effective communication, which is listening skill. You may be wondering, is listening a skill now? We keep listening all day. We all can listen. How is it a skill? Don't mistake hearing for listening, because the two are entirely different things. So your next question must be, are listening and hearing different from each other? Vastly. Hearing is just a physical act. There is nothing conscious about it. Anybody who has all his physical faculties working fine can hear a sound. But on the other hand, listening is a conscious activity requiring control over several factors simultaneously. It's a very vital component in the process of communication. Now, will you ask, can it be developed? Definitely. Practice makes a man perfect. But you would say, practice what? You have to practice the process. Then you would ask, which process? Then I would say, process of listening. Oof, is listening a process too? Or is it just a random activity? No, it's not a random activity. It's a conscious process which one has to undertake in order to become an effective listener. Let's make you familiar with the steps to acquire effective listening skills. First step, hear with attention. Pay attention to whatever is being spoken. Second step, try to understand what has been said in the right earnest. Don't be biased. Don't be prejudiced. Don't evaluate the speaker at this stage. Then comes the third step. Now is the time to assess. You can evaluate now because you have completely understood what the speaker was trying to say in the right spirit, and you can assess impartially. Fourth step, provide feedback to the speaker. It is extremely important because the circle of communication breaks unless proper feedback is provided. Express appreciation, but don't be bitter in criticism because anybody can go wrong anywhere. Be empathetic. One very, very important thing which you must remember when undertaking listening skill, what is that? If you are a second or a foreign language speaker, you will have to work a little harder. Now you would say, how much? In what sense? You will have to be careful about the influence of your mother tongue, the alphabets and the sounds they represent. The reason is the alphabets and the sounds are different between the two languages. Individual pronunciation differs. Stress and intonation patterns can vary so much from person to person, from area to area, and from country to country, from continent to continent. You just cannot label how to differentiate. Cultural influences can affect the level of listening competence to so much of an extent you won't even believe. I never thought of this. I know this is going to be your reply. If listening is a conscious activity, does it have a purpose? Then I would say, of course, we listen for various purposes. To gain information, to entertain ourselves, to persuade, to analyze. There are so many things, which you have to consider. What is the purpose of speaking and how does the listener understand it? For various purposes, we employ different skills. Now you would ask, what does that mean? It means, for example, critical listening is required for academic purposes and for business purposes. Active listening is required for great interpersonal skills. You pay attention and you participate. Passive listening, when you are a non-participant, for example, in a traditional classroom, attending a religious discourse or a concert. Marginal listening. Due to distractions, you may not be interested, or there may be some sound outside. Empathetic listening for religious purposes, so that you can empathize with others. Critical listening when you listen and make judgment, positive or negative. Then you would say, now I understand. But then, why do we say you don't listen properly? Does listening get affected by things? Oh, more than you can imagine. But how? We can carry within ourselves so many prejudices which obstruct effective listening. Now you would ask for examples. Sometimes we say, he's from a village, why listen to him? His accent is so awkward. What would he explain? This man is completely uneducated. What wisdom would he possess? In such cases, we don't listen attentively, we don't listen empathetically, and the barriers occur. But can these barriers be overcome? Definitely. Why not? All you have to do is to shun prejudices, be receptive, be patient, sometimes ignore punctuation and stress when it's very little, as long as whatever the speaker is saying makes sense. I agree with you. This would definitely improve the quality of listening. But just tell me one more thing. What more can I do for becoming an effective listener? You have to be mentally quiet but attentive. You have to listen from beginning to the end. You have to be patient. Then you have to have a non-judgmental attitude. Your approach has to be receptive, not criticizing. Appreciate, give feedback, and last but not the least, please avoid your phone. Thank you.